At the moment I'm at the end of the beach, on the opposite side of the Cristo de la Misericordia statue. That's way over there. So you go to the opposite side of the beach and you go to the end of the street where they have some ceviche stalls, like 3 or 4 shops over here selling fresh ceviche from fresh fish. And to the left there's a boom that's usually open, and over it is a sign that says El Vigio, and that's where you're going. El Vigio is the name of the restaurant, and El Faro means the lighthouse. It's right next to the restaurant, and in the same area is also the whale watching point. So if you look on Google Maps, those 3 places are all in the same place: the lighthouse, the restaurant, and the whale watching point. But as I said, if you try for Google to show you the way, it will show you the wrong way. The way I'm going now is the only correct one. You cannot use the other one. Don't know what he was saying, but seemed like a crazy guy. Here are the ceviche places. And here is the El Vigia side I was talking about. Hope you can see it, although the sun is there. It says El Vigia, which is the name of the restaurant we're going to. The restaurant, with its location, is a little bit more expensive, but still cheap for someone coming from a wealthier country than Nicaragua. Yesterday I paid $15 for 2 beers and an excellent dinner, and the portion was huge. It was so much meat. And as I said, they don't accept credit cards, so bring like a $20 bill or something and you'll be fine. Here are some of the poorer houses I was talking about earlier. But up here it gets even worse. I mean, these houses aren't very nice, but trust me, it gets much worse up here. Way worse. I don't even understand how people can live in these houses, but I guess they don't have a choice. Or of course they don't have a choice. But I mean, look at this. It's just like a shed made out of metal. It looks like you're in Africa almost. And maybe you think this is some kid's treehouse or something like that, but it's not. These are actual houses that people live in at the moment. It's not old houses that have been left here or anything. It's houses that people live in at the moment. You see, here they do their laundry. Here's like a kitchen sink. That's the main entrance. A guarding dog. Watch out. Close one. It's some of the worst houses I've ever seen. But that's a good thing about traveling. You learn stuff about the world and how other people are living and how fortunate you are. I read somewhere that if you can afford to go on a holiday once a year, you're 1% of the world's population. This I don't know what it is. I think they had a pig in there the other day because it sounded like a pig from inside. But yes, I said, it makes you grow as a human, seeing how other people live. I don't know what this is. Almost looks like a bar, but it's not open. There's some people walking around over there, so they very much live here. It's hard to believe, but and especially since on the other side where the Christ statue is, people live in $3 million mansions. And you can also see them over here, like just across this small little valley are some insane houses or mansions or whatever you want to call them. So it's a huge difference. On this road though, there are no nice houses. I don't know why. I'm surprised that people haven't bought these guys' houses and like leveled them and made nicer houses, because the location here is so nice. But maybe they are not allowed to buy it. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's sad if these people have to move, of course, but if they get paid enough, maybe they can buy an apartment or a house in a better area, or at least a nicer looking house, instead of living in like a shed. I told you walking up to Cristo de la Misericordia was a tough walk. This one is even worse. It's very, very steep. So I'm just gonna walk up there, because now there are no more houses to show and I'm running out of battery. So I want to save some battery until I get to the top, so I can show you the excellent view from up there and the lighthouse and the little restaurant. On the way up there's some great views, and you have some lookout points, and if you lift your eyes a little bit and you are lucky, you might be able to spot some howler monkeys. Last time I went here I saw some. They didn't howl, but I saw like a big family of them, so keep an eye out. You might see some monkeys, but also watch where you put your feet, because there might be snakes or other dangerous animals here. And if you're lucky, you can also see red land crabs on the top of a mountain. That's strange, right? You thought crabs were in the ocean, but red land crabs live on top of this mountain and other hills. Haven't seen any so far, and they are super small, so I don't know if I can even film them. If you go with car, the road continues here. If you're walking, you can take the stairs here and you can see an old fort, which I'm going to now to show you. I don't know how old, because there's, whoa, as I said, watch your step and wear shoes. There's no information about the fort, but it looks really old because there's not much left of it, but you can actually go inside it. And when I did, there was a huge spider there, so be careful if you walk inside it. I reached the fort. Doesn't look like much from here, but you can go around it, see a little bit more of it. But it's really not much to see, I think. Maybe if you're interested in history and know the history about this fort. So up there is like the gun tower. There's the entrance, and here there used to be a building. Be careful going down there here, because it's slippery. And if you're going in here, make sure that the spider doesn't bite you. So look where you're going. No spider this time. Maybe I destroyed his web the last time I was here, I don't know. Oh, there's a wasp nest here, so better get out of here anyway. I don't want to get stung by a wasp. But this is not the reason we are up here. The reason is the view. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. You can see so far. And if you're lucky, you can see whales. Also, just like over at the Jesus statue, you can of course see Costa Rica. And by the way, we are not at the whale watching point yet, but obviously you can see whales from here as well if you're lucky. But look at this. That's Costa Rica over there. Amazing. Let's keep going to the whale watching point. Now we're at the top. Now we have to go down again, and the downhill is like even steeper than the uphill I was just doing, so it's actually kind of hard walking down there in flip-flops. So don't be like me, wear shoes instead, or go here with a motorcycle or a car. I prefer walking, as I've said many times, and I recommend you walk as well, because you see so much more. The experience is so much better. But if you can't walk or you're too lazy, don't. But with a car, you won't get to this place, for example. Amazing, right? And it's all free. The Christ statue, which is way over there, costs $2 or 80 Cordobas. But going here is free. There is the statue. You probably can't see it, but trust me, it's there. And when I was there, I was looking at my watch. I went to the hostel and had a swim in the pool and got some money, so I lost like half an hour there. But it's been 1.5 hours since I was at the Jesus statue. So if you walk straight, or straight, but if you don't take any detours, it takes about an hour to walk from the Jesus statue to the whale watching point. As I said earlier, most people visiting San Juan del Sur haven't even heard about this place, which is good. It's bad for the guy owning the restaurant, obviously, because he doesn't sell as much, but it's good for me because I like the less touristy places. As you saw over by the Jesus statue, there were a lot of tourists there. Usually there are like 2 or 3 people down here, like a couple of people only. So this is, you have a much better view from up here. It's free. You can see whales, and if you see the whales, you don't disturb them. That sometimes the whale watching tours do. They get up too close, people jump in the water, they touch the animals, which you are not supposed to do, of course, but they don't care. And it costs a lot of money. Here you get exercise, you get to see the whales for free, and you get a much better view from up here than if you're down there on a boat. Now we can see the lighthouse down there and this very steep hill I was talking about. So I highly recommend going here. It's not at all a tourist trap, but it's so nice here. I love this place. Hopefully we'll get some sunshine so I can really show you how beautiful this place is with like all the flowers and stuff. But as I said, it looks like I'm the only guest at the moment. There's no one here except some guys working and the guys running the actual restaurant. Hola! They are drinking some beers while working. Here are the restaurant owners' dogs. They're very friendly. And here's the actual restaurant. Such a nice place. It looks open, but you never know. Once I went up here and it was closed, but I talked to him yesterday and he said it's open every day, so it looks and sounds open at the moment. Look at this. And out here you can see the whales. This is my absolute favorite place in San Juan del Sur. Here's the lighthouse. And this is the exact spot where I saw the whales out there. 3 of them coming up and taking air, blowing water in the air, then went down again. But it took me 3 hours to see them. So you have to be patient. I mean, they are not here all the time, and yeah, it might take a while to see them, if you see them. There's no guarantee. Now I'm gonna have a delicious lunch here at the Elvigia restaurant. Hopefully I will have some battery left to show you my dinner, and hopefully YouTube doesn't cut out the music because of a copyright or something like that. It was open and he had a lot of different things to choose from. He had smoked meat, chicken fillet, fish fillet, shrimps and pork ribs. And I ordered the pork ribs because he mentioned them like 3 times and said that they were very good, so I trust him. Here's the actual menu. And as I said, I hope that this works with the music in the background, but you have meat, pig, chicken, fish, ceviche, shrimp, hamburgers, fajitas. Muchas gracias, señor. And of course they have Tonya. Hola. And he has the the cutest daughter that she doesn't work here, but he helps him out. So she comes out with the food. She is so polite. She comes and asks you if you want something more, and if you order alcohol, he brings it out. But if you order like anything else, like sauce or more food, she brings it out. So she's super cute. So I really recommend going up here and support this guy. I don't know why more people don't go here. It's like the best place in San Juan del Sur, and it's completely empty. I think it's because people haven't heard of it. I mean, look. I'm a sucker for nature. If you don't like flowers and stuff, maybe this is not for you, but I mean, you can see Costa Rica over there. You can see endless ocean over there. If you just go up there, you see like hundreds of kilometers of coastline in Nicaragua. And look at this garden. I love it. I was in a botanical garden in Colombia and I made a video about that, and I told you it sucked, and it did, because I don't want to see plants with just green leaves. This is what I want to see. Beautiful flowers. I mean, why have a botanical garden without flowers? This restaurant is better than the botanical garden on San Andres in Colombia. Trust me. Now I'm gonna enjoy the sun, my ice cold Tonya, and hopefully we'll see some whales. If I do, I'll start rolling the camera again. I just have to show you the food I got. Look at this. And I can sit here and look for whales while I'm eating. But for now, I'm gonna recharge my GoPro because the owner here lent me his charger. That was a delicious meal. Still no whales though, but I'm not giving up. So I just lit my Flor de Nicaragua cigar and I ordered myself a rum and coke. This is how you get it. Like half a glass of rum, then you get a bottle of coke. It almost looks like a Coke Zero bottle, but it's not. It's the regular one with sugar. I don't drink a lot of soda, but I do like my rum and coke, so I think that's about enough. The rum here, especially the white rum, this was a little bit golden, but the white rum is usually only 30%, sometimes only 27%. So when you get a transparent drink, it's usually not as strong as you would think. Salud. Delicious. One of my favorite drinks. So I'm gonna spend the next hour smoking my cigar and looking for the whales. Hopefully we'll see one. The ribs, by the way, were delicious, and I talked to the owner about why so few people are here, and he said there's a lot of people here in the afternoon or at night. Most people are out swimming or surfing or avoiding this place because it's so hot during the day, but if you're sitting under an umbrella, it's actually kind of nice. It's very windy and I still had to take my shirt off because it's warm, but I like it up here, and I like being in places where there's not so much people, so this suits me perfect. Highly recommend going to El Vigia. I'm not giving up, so a refill. Salud. Let's keep looking for whales. Cigar is almost finished. No whales, unfortunately, but the owner of the restaurant actually invited me back tomorrow. He was so happy that I made a video about his place and his restaurant, and he told me the name of the restaurant is actually Mar y Cielo. He's got a Facebook page, and El Vigia is the name of the place, not the restaurant. So look up Mar y Cielo on Facebook. That's the name of the restaurant. And he also said if I come back tomorrow morning before 11 o'clock in the morning, I will definitely see whales, because they live here. They are here every day, but in the morning. And since I'm here in the afternoon, I won't be able to see them. Maybe you can, but there's a much bigger chance, or almost a guarantee, to see them in the morning. So tomorrow morning I'm going back. Now after 3 beers and 2 rum and cokes, and in this hot weather, I need to go and have a little siesta. But tomorrow morning I'm going back to watch the whales.